Alright, what's going on, y'all? So, you're kicking it with the Junkyard Dog on junkyarddogs.com. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. I hate doing live videos, but I had a pretty busy day today. Actually, a pretty busy weekend. So, I just said, hey, man, I'm going to go ahead and do something live for y'all. So, we live in the shop, in the dog house, you know what I mean? So, check it out. I promised y'all on Wednesday, or actually I dropped a video on Thursday that I was going to give you an update on the Eaton M90 intake. So this is live in our rec, no editing, no fancy music, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? So check this out. All right, so this is what we got. We got it mounted, right? But these are loose. All right, and the reason why they're loose is because, and that's why I left a little extra back here, as you could probably see. I got a line back here where I wanted to cut. I wanted to be able to slide it back and forth like that. All right. Reason being is because I wanted to be able to mount the superchargers and then like slide it back and forth to meet the rest of the belt system down here. And when I get to the right location and where I feel like the belt system matches perfectly, then I'll mark this and then have it tack welded down. And then once we get tack welded, we test it again. So with the water jet guy, I actually only had him had them cut the square out because it kind of would have been more of a pain for me to do. They messed up on this hole here. It's off and it's too small. All right, and let me change the camera here so it's a little easier on me. There, boom. So you see there, it's off and it's got a little bit of, you see that? Boom, so it's off. So I'm gonna use this hole saw right here and mount it up on the mill and get it right. So we got these holes here that are the mounts, and I've been going through different like thoughts of how to do this. You know what I'm saying? And I said, well, you know what I could use is some riv nuts, right? Only thing about riv nuts is this metal is too thick, and this is, I would say, 250 thou, and these riv nuts are only good to 160 thou. So what I was thinking about doing is drilling the hole and then counter boring it so that these sit flush like that. They sit flush in the intake here. My buddy was saying I could also use a helicoil setup, which I'm not as familiar with. But the idea, what I was going to do with these is insert them, put a epoxy around the edge of the counterboard here against this surface inside here, and then put it down in there, and then rivet it and whatever, wipe off the excess epoxy, and boom, I got a riv nut that's flat with the surface here. All right, and even if it isn't flat, I can make it flat. So that's my idea. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I hope that it does. That way we can mount the supercharger. Then after I put in the riv nuts, I'm going to use studs. So let me see. Do I have any studs around here? I could use like an example of what I mean. And the reason why I want to use studs is because I figured that it's easier to use studs if you're going to take them on and off all the time than it would be to, and it also would be easier to mount too, right? Because then the supercharger wouldn't slide off the intake. See, that's the template right there with the holes. And I didn't realize that some of those holes are actually for coolant. Let's see here. Oh, where is it? Got some 24 pounders. No. Here. We got it. Here's the custom throttle body plate. I made this like 2 years ago, just for this moment. All right. So boom, you put this in there. So the way it works is you're gonna have the riv nuts in like that, and we got the studs out like that, just like that. All right. And show them down to there. Boom. And bam, just like that. And then this pokes through and it goes through the supercharger nut on top. And these never come out again. So once they're in there, they never come out. Yeah, that way we don't strip the aluminum and it gets all weird. All right. Next thing I'm doing, this right here is a 6-speed, and I changed the front already to the Cobra style. But I'm checking the end plate. Turns out I didn't have a to make sure that this was the right end play. And then I got to check the countershaft end play as well, because I noticed that I had to take the shims out just to check it again, because I'm changing this mid plate. Since I changed the mid plate, the end plate is going to be different. So once I finish with that, that is going into Project Mayhem. All right. And I got a real jacked up 302 here. It's about to turn into a 347 with those parts that I picked up. And yeah, that's it, man. So that is the update. So yeah, that's the update on what's going on. I'm about to get busy right now. I got like allergies really kicking my butt right now. But anyway, yeah, you guys seen what was going on. I got to ship out some hats. If you guys are interested in any hats, junkyarddogs.com. Just type hats in the description, or hats in, not description. Type hats in the search engine on my website, and then you guys can pick it up. All right. Until then, oh, that's another thing too. I got the spindles here blasted after I done drilled them. So boom, that's the hole that I drilled right there. I got them blasted. Okay. So, yeah, that's it, man. Whew, it's hot in the shop. And there's a supercharger on the floor there. That's what I was test fitting or whatever. I got two other ones that I'm going to blow apart just to look on the inside of them. Just because the bores on the other ones were real scratched up, and I guess that's because the bearings went bad. So hopefully the other cases that I have are good, and that I don't have to like go source like a better case or whatever. All right. So yeah, man, that's it. Your boy's in the house doing the junkyard dog thing. I told you I was gonna give you an update, and I did. So yeah, I'm gonna check y'all in about 3 or 4 days. I'm gonna do an official video for y'all, and thank you for tuning in. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the rebound. All right, junkyard dogging. Woo!